Hey guys, I want to just take a moment and personally invite you to the upcoming webinar that we're going to have on July 22nd. On July 22nd at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, we're going to be having a free webinar on the topic of a culture by design. Now, a lot of people are shaking their head going, why do we need to talk about organizational culture or even a culture by design? I mean, we've got a company culture. Well, I bet you do. And if you're like most organizations and the people of the organizations, they're going, yeah, we got a culture and I sure don't really like it. The reality is a lot of organizations, they've taken an organic approach to this idea of a culture. Now, organics works, especially when it comes to fruits and veggies and gardening. Beautiful. Works great in a lot of cases. But when it comes to people, the results aren't quite so good. You see, if you take a bunch of people, throw them into a company with some idea of a product or a service or a combination of the two, what happens is you get typically a dysfunctional culture. You get departments in competition with each other and going in different directions. Now, it's common to see a culture inside of a culture. That makes sense. Only, though, if it's tied to the overall vision and values of the organization, right? If it's intentional. Intentionality is missing in these organizations when it comes to their company culture. It is just the myth that people think, you know what, it's just going to happen. And we're going to have a great culture because I like people, we like each other, we are all into fruits, veggies, computer programming, whatever it is, whatever the service that you guys offer. But it just doesn't work that way. In fact, what we're finding is from Gallup and other polling services, employees are disengaged or aggressively disengaged at rapid numbers, and it's only getting worse. So we believe one of the solutions is being very intentional about the culture, and in fact, a culture by design. So during our 50 minutes to an hour we're going to spend together in conversation, we're going to talk about 5 key principles. That's 5 lessons, tangible things you guys can do starting immediately after the webinar to creating a culture by design. Guess what? It takes work, it takes effort, it takes thinking, some changing of your thinking, beliefs, and your behaviors. Let's just get right down to it. But if you do these things, you're going to have an outstanding company that's going to be around for the long term. We're going to look at some case studies, Southwest Airlines, Zappos, and some others. They're the ones who are leading the industry wherever they're at. That's what we want for you and your organization. We don't want you guys just to merely survive. We want you to thrive, and we know that you do too, so why don't you guys get intentional with this culture of yours and create a culture by design? So please, I'd love for you to be part of the conversation. Invite your friends, your family, invite your HR, invite your boss, invite your cousin. I don't care. Get people involved. Sign up. Join the free webinar July 22nd at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. Below this video, there's probably going to be some comment section. I'd love to hear from you and talk to you before then about what's going on in your organization. What's your company culture like? Have you guys defined your core values? Are people living them out? I mean, let me know. And I would love to know what your dream culture would be. If you could design it head to toe, made for you, what would it be like? So please converse with me in the chat box below and an email. However, get a hold of me, join the webinar, share it, and I'll see you on July 22nd at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thanks, guys. See you then.